Straight out of the left coast of the coast in the east. Started off on the quest to find his favorite drink. We talk sports, comics, silver screen. Don't forget about the music, cause we loving the beats. A slice of life for the whole damn pie. We got it all. We know you feeling the vibe. From old Gen X to young Gen Z. Either way, we gon' drink. It's Sun and Pops.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Sun and Pops Culture. I'm Sun.
And I'm Pops.
And this is episode 112.
Cupid doesn't lie. You don't know about that. That was 112.
I don't. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were just saying that for Valentine's Day.
Oh,
it
yeah, it was Valentine's Day. Yeah.
This past weekend.
You see what I did there? Yeah.
I really thought that's what you were doing.
No, I wasn't. I was just thinking because Biggie, there was a bad boy group called 112.
Oh.
And Biggie also said room 112, where the players dwell. So, back in the day when we used to rent hotels, it was kind of a big deal if you got that room. But we'd be like, oh,
gotcha.
got room 112.
Can't talk about Bad Boys no more.
Yeah, no, can't talk about Bad Boy. Yeah. Skipping that on my playlist, skipping Kanye on my playlist. It's rough.
Yeah.
It's rough. But anyways.
So what do we do here?
What we do here at Sun and Pops Culture is give you our take on movies, music, video games, comic books, literature, sports, anime, and a little touch of life. Oh, a little slice of life. Sometimes you get the whole pie. East and West, young and old, X and Z, Sun and Pops. Where can the people find us at, buddy?
You can check us out on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. There we have the full visuals of the episodes up on YouTube. We do other fun stuff like trivia on Instagram, and we have highlights. But if you want us to talk about a certain something or just want to chat, hit us up because we love hearing from you guys.
True indeed. We love feedback from our listeners.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we'll start where we always start.
Yes, with this week's drink.
This week's drink started as a 21-year-old's quest to find his favorite drink, but has since evolved or devolved into us drinking whatever we want, because either way, we gonna drink. Where can the people find us at, bud? Wait, geez.
Deja vu.
Deja vu. Yeah, sorry about that. I had a long weekend.
Yeah, long drive.
Yeah. So what do you have for the people today, bud?
I have some body armor, catching up on those electrolytes because I've been running more and stuff.
A little hydration. Okay.
Yeah. So I have strawberry banana. That's my flavor.
Oh, yeah, that's the jam.
That's my favorite.
That's the jam. Yeah. I'm a fan. I will grab strawberry banana just about anything.
I know. Yeah, it's a solid. It's a solid mix.
Yeah, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright.
Because the other stuff you have to be weary. Like other flavors, they just they get too out there.
This is the flavor that always makes me go like this. Always, if I never had it, berry. If it says berry, I'm always like.
It could be like, many different types of berries.
I'm like, there's a lot of berry out there.
Yeah.
I'm like, it ain't strawberry because you would have said it. Mm-hmm. So just what kind of berry?
I'm not berry type.
Yeah.
Guy.
Yeah. I need to get the okay from somebody that it's okay before I had to put that.
Because that's like all artificial. Like obviously everything's artificial, but you could be like, you can see how strawberry flavor tastes like strawberry.
Yeah, you can.
But berry, it's just like sweet. Like sweet, artificial. It's just like,
yeah. What is this? What berry am I drinking? Yeah, you're right. Well, I have now and again Guinness Stout.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I drank some yesterday. Before I drink this, I have to give a shout out. I had a little mini pit reunion. For those of you who don't know, I did attend the University of Pittsburgh, and I made some lifelong friends. We can go years without seeing each other, but when I see them, the love and the energy is so real. So it's so real. So I won't rattle them all off, but I do want to say happy birthday to the homie Tony Ann.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah, love you, girl. And then the rest of the pit crew, it was great seeing you, and it's always love. So yeah, I'm gonna drink this Guinness to them.
Cheers. All right. Cheers. I just saw a Guinness Sweatshirt at Amer. Sorry, no, Abercrombie and Fitch.
Oh,
Abercrombie had it was green, forest green, just had the Guinness logo on the
yeah,
front and back. It was
yeah.
a pretty nice sweatshirt.
I
I
might rock
almost
that.
got it, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't need
yeah.
it.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to get it, even if you
Yeah.
don't need it. Sometimes you don't. But anyways, so yeah, a lot has happened since we last recorded. I mean,
Yeah, it seems like
been
that always happens.
yeah, it's like
Big
the
news
very next
always
day.
drops as
Yeah,
soon as
I'm
we
like,
know
yeah.
we're taking a break.
I'm like, oh my god, I've been like taking notes throughout the last 2 weeks. Like,
Yeah.
this is a lot. This is a lot.
Yeah.
Like something that was important on like that Monday is no longer important a week later.
Yes.
I'm like, what are we doing? Like, what is this? So yeah, but I don't know where you want to start with your poll.
Yeah, so every Saturday I do a poll on our Instagram.
True
I
indeed.
ask the listeners, a different question every week, but you guys answer and then we share the results the next week. This I try to be like relevant each week, but the last 2 weeks we had two polls, and this one I'm going to share was very close. I think it was one of our closest ones. It was most forgettable movie franchises,
Mm-hmm.
a topic you suggested.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna say I'm gonna say what came in last, and it was with 20%. Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
20%. 25% tied for second, I guess you would say, is The Expendables and 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, and then 30% came up from the rear. Taking the lead was the Divergent series.
Oh wow.
The
Wow.
YA, hopped on the YA
Yeah.
trend and try to be a thing. And by the time the third one came out, no one cared.
Nobody cared.
Nobody cared by the second one. But
Nobody cares.
yeah,
I mean, in all honesty, you know what? You said Divergent being number one. You know what one immediately popped in my head? What was it? Maze Runner.
yeah, but people like at
Forget
least those were
completely
like
about yeah.
no, but at
Yeah.
least people like said those ones were still
They were
decent.
still like yeah, but just
These one
forgettable.
the Divergent ones, I just see like memes from it. I'm like, oh, that looks so bad.
I only remember the first one and part of the
I didn't
second.
even see.
Yeah,
I didn't see any of them.
I have no idea where they could have. I mean, remember all the YA stuff that got what's the word? Whatever. Adapted. Thank you.
Yeah.
And that only it stalled after the first movie. Like there were so many.
I don't even know what started that trend, like with YA, but yeah, you had Hunger Games, Divergent, Maze Runner, the Bones one. Remember?
Oh wait, no,
It's like Instrument of Bones or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, something like that.
It was something like that. There was one that was. They only had one movie.
Yeah.
There's a couple that just had one movie.
Yeah.
They're trying to.
Was the Giver supposed to be a franchise, or was
I think so.
The way it ended, it was like it was going to be it. But I thought
there's
it was
multiple
only one.
Giver books.
Oh, then yeah, it was definitely.
There's multiple Giver books.
Yeah. And they were like, nah.
And they try to make that movie like the book's not. I mean, it's targeted towards a younger audience, but I wouldn't say it's YA.
Yeah.
And they try to make it a YA movie.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't know, YA means young adult.
It means young adult.
That.
Which you're slowly making your way out of, and I'm well past that.
I've been past YA.
Is it? So YA is wow. I didn't know. Really.
I haven't read YA because
you're an adult.
Yeah,
but I call you a young adult because you're young.
Young adults young adult novels are definitely like 14 to 20. I don't know, and you could tell when you're reading it. You're just this isn't. Yeah, you could tell reading it. You just think this is not
for me.
This is not
wow
that mature.
Oh,
you can just tell. It's like I don't want to say it's lesser quality, but it's.
I got you.
Easier to digest.
Okay. So Divergent for the win or the loss, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. While we're on the topic of literature, quickly, my main man Matt Sergi informed me the other day, and he said, "Hey, when you get to the literature section, did you know?" And I was like, "What's up?" He was like, we're all concerned about George R.R. Martin finishing the Song of Ice and Fire, aka Game of Thrones series, and he told me that the writers of the Expanse series is actually there are three writers, and they have some
Oh, okay.
like
Fire and Blood and all that stuff. Like the Fire and Blood series.
I'm talking about Expanse, the
Oh,
Expanse books. Yeah,
oh.
they were books, and then it became a series.
Gotcha.
But I guess it was 3 authors that wrote it. He's gonna probably call me like that's not what I said, but they are affiliated somehow with George R. R. Martin, and apparently they have been tapped that if something were to happen to George R. R. Martin, they could finish the books. Now, I really hope he doesn't give me like secret information, but hey, he told me. I'm telling you. So,
let's just hope he finishes them.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
But at least someone of people of caliber can finish them.
We'll
but then that's always just the excuse of, oh well, this wasn't George R. R. Martin's vision.
Yeah.
You can always just say that if it ends up not being good.
Well, it still takes me back to V.C. Andrews, who wrote like the Flowers in the Attic series. She when she passed, it's not the same, but they still literally wrote books under her name for like decades.
Yeah, that must be her estate.
So
they had some deal.
And your Aunt Sarah read a lot of them before she finally tapped out and said these are bad. but yeah. So that's that little bit of literature. So don't say we're not well read, people. But yeah. So moving on.
Yeah, our second poll.
For 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks. I posted this because Captain America 4 came out, which we will be talking about later this episode. Captain America: Brave New World. But this recent poll was, what is the best Captain America? And 0% was First Avenger and Brave New World. So
yeah, which is so crazy. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised First Avenger didn't have any. It's not my favorite, but it's an enjoyable movie. I think it gets a lot of hate, but it's still a fun movie. But in second place, essentially with 36% of the votes, was Civil War, to my surprise. And then 64% first place was The Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah. That all makes sense to me.
I was surprised Civil War didn't win because people love. Yeah, it's Avengers. 2.5, 2.0.
It is.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I didn't win.
Maybe. I don't know. I remember Winter Soldier getting love when it first came out. So I'm happy it's still getting that recognition.
Oh, I voted for Winter Soldier. So
yeah, me too.
But I thought, yeah, it's either going to be the when I voted. I was like, I saw that 1 and 4 didn't get any votes. So I guess it's going to probably stay like that.
But, yeah, once it got to a certain point.
Because those middle two are just decidedly better. I mean,
decisively, yeah.
Decisively.
By a landslide.
Better. Yeah, so it's just, the other two didn't have a chance. But, yeah.
I thought there'd be some outliers there. I liked First Avenger.
Yeah, it's like a throwback to it. It's like a period piece.
Kind of different, yeah.
Yeah, but, Yeah, and, I guess we'll save a review for Captain America later.
Yeah, that's the meat and potatoes of this episode.
Oh,
I have thoughts on it.
I'm sure you do, buddy. But I'm sure you do.
Until then,
yeah,
we can get into some news.
Okay, so news and rumors and news. Congratulations to Giselle. She welcomed a baby boy
What's
into
Giselle's
the world.
last name?
I don't know, Bunchen or something.
I
don't know.
Giselle.
I just call her Giselle.
Anybody.
Well, I mean, they know it's Giselle. They know who I'm talking about. Tom Brady, baby mama. Well, she welcomed a baby boy into the world with her new husband, right? Jiu-jitsu instructor. I forget his name. But so they had a baby boy. So congratulations, Giselle. Congratulations. Tom Brady. Yeah.
Tom Brady unretires.
Seems he says he's very motivated. We're like, did you see the clips of Tom Holland and Zendaya at Zendaya's family function? It was after something, man. What were the most recent awards?
Recent awards?
Zendaya was at. It was the Grammys, right?
Would it be like? No, SAGs. Why would she be at the Grammys?
I don't know. She was just anyways. there is video of them together with Zendaya's family. And for those of you who don't know, Zendaya's black. Okay. So it was,
What?
people
Okay.
forget, you know, she gets some highlights, they start questioning, but yeah, she black. So it was the best. I mean, they're my favorite Hollywood couple, you know, that I love them. I actually hope that they find happiness in the world because they just make me smile.
Yeah.
And you know how we do, bud. Like there's videos like he's dancing and talking to family and shit.
Tom
and then
Holland.
yes, and then there's that cousin. There's that cousin who gets on the camera. And he's like, look at him. Look at Spider-Man over there. And I was like,
gosh.
and he kept calling him Spider-Man. And I was like, oh God, that'd be me. I'd be like, yeah, you know,
Just-
my daughter
yeah.
dates Spider-Man. My little cousin dates Spider-Man. And I was just dying. Like, oh my God. If he calls him Spider-Man one more time. But it was cool. It was real cool. I think they were in Oakland, you know, just like getting after it. I was like, that's dope.
Is she from there?
Yeah. And it was
I
her.
did not know that.
I neither. It was her family in Oakland getting
so
after it. And it was
I'm glad she got her roots still.
it was yeah. That me too. Like she was cutting up. I was like, go ahead, Zendaya. I see you, girl. But that made my week. The new FF trailer dropped. The new Fantastic Four trailer. It really dropped like the day after our last recording. Were you able to watch it?
Yes, I watched it a couple times.
And your thoughts?
It got me excited again for the MCU. I know
I'll
we
take
said
that.
in an earlier episode our most anticipated movies, and we were both nervous. We were both excited for the movie, but we were equally as nervous for it because it has a lot of stuff it needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
And we've never gotten a good Fantastic Four movie.
Mm-mm.
And then episode 111, we talked about how they need to get the Thing right, just his design and everything. And then the trailer just proved that. Like we don't have to worry about that because the trailer showed him just enough, and it even had him clapping just to show off how he's gonna sound moving.
Yeah,
which was smart.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's gives me an idea what it's gonna be like. I'm glad it looks like they put effort into the production design and then just use a green screen for everything. It looks like they learned from like Loki, like having that like old school but futuristic style.
Yeah, that retro futuristic.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
It's
but
like
it
kind of
works.
like Tomorrowland in Disney.
Yes.
Like that style. Like
Yes.
whatever people were obsessed in the 50s, I guess, of just like
What the future
would be like, but still remained in the 50s.
Yeah. Like we
So
just
it's
saw
like
the
that.
cars they were driving, the shit, the
it
buildings,
was-
everything.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw the Thing, I just was like, I'm good. They got my money.
Yeah.
He looks
Honestly.
perfect. I was like, he looks perfect. And from not just like the texture to like even like how he moved to he emoted, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They were able to show emotion on a rock face, which I thought was that's top notch shit right there. You know?
And he has like that Jack Kirby design.
Yeah, and it was a good design. They didn't try to like do their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like see what I did? They tried to do their own thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
And make the Thing like just too much. And he was still man sized. He was just big.
Yes.
Like somebody tried to tell people.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, he was just a big. Cause, like he's big enough where he can walk in public with a trench coat and a hat. And people don't look.
And people don't look
at him.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, that's a big deal right there. And they keep on walking. Yes, thank you. Like
you did try to say that. People are like up in arms on TikTok.
Yeah, I was like, well, damn.
Yeah.
So I was very happy for that.
Mm-hmm.
Very happy for that. Kirby was in it, that little robot.
Yeah.
Which kicked myself because I used to have his first appearance, but I say about everything. But
now it's to the point. It's like, did he really have his first appearance? Or he's just actually, saying that now.
Wait, let me think. No, actually, I had the appearance when he sacrificed himself. But anyways, Kirby. Just see, it was in the comics.
I know, I'm kidding.
But but it was good to see him. I liked his design. It made sense, especially with the way they're doing tech in the movie.
Yes.
Believe it or not, when I was a kid, the Fantastic Four cartoons weren't allowed to have the Human Torch in them. I think I've told you this before. And that's where Kirby came from. So they had to replace the Human Torch because he caught on fire. And I don't know if a kid actually did attempt to catch himself on fire, if
Oh
they were
my
concerned,
god.
or if they were. I think it may have
Is this in the
happened.
80s?
This was like the late 70s because there wasn't a torch, the
Oh.
Fantastic Four cartoon with the torch in it for a while because of that
Wow.
reason. And so they invented Kirby to take his place. So I remember watching like my first Fantastic Four cartoon being like, where's the Human Torch? Like, well, who
Yeah.
the fuck is this robot? You know, because they just replaced him with Kirby, this little robot that flew around and got everybody's nerves. But
That had to be in
yeah.
the 70s because Human Torch was in that Spider-Man and Friends.
Yes, he was.
So that's had to be the 70s, yeah. Yeah, it was him. Wait, was he not? Oh, no, that wasn't. It was
That was
Ice.
Firestar.
Yeah,
And her
Firestar.
powers weren't fire.
Yeah.
She was microwaves, actually. Yeah, she was hot.
Oh, my
But
bad.
she
Yeah,
wasn't
he
in-
was not in that.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So yeah,
So
but it was
that's
good
how
to see
Kirby
Kirby.
got his name. Yeah, it was good to see him.
Mhm.
Saw Galactus from
Galactus,
behind.
the Planet Eater.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're going to call him. I'm sure they'll call him Galactus, but I'm guaranteeing they don't say the Planet Eater. They'll probably say Devourer of Worlds.
Probably that one.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
we
we
did
didn't
not-
see Silver Surfer.
We did not, which I'm glad.
No.
I'm glad
Mhm.
they held that back, you
Mhm.
know.
Show the second trailer.
I'm probably going to go on a blackout because I really want
Me
this
too.
one.
This was enough. This was enough for me.
Your mom said she would go see that with me because we just went to see Captain America and she saw the
Mhm.
trailer and was like, I want to see that with you. And I was
That's
like,
because Pedro Pascal.
and she said, oh, that's my guy. That's what she said. Oh, there's my guy. I
Oh
went,
my gosh. I didn't
I said-
know. I figured. I didn't know though.
it's like, here we go. Now you on that.
Yeah.
Used to be Idris Elba. Now you on Pedro.
Mhm, Pedro.
Whatever. So
And some other stuff with the trailer with I know we talked about like set design, but it looks like they had some cool lighting going on. Like they were trying a bit. Like when Johnny Storm went in space and he was
Mhm.
falling. That was a cool shot.
yes, it was.
So
Yes,
I think
it
we're
was.
gonna get some cool visuals, hopefully.
I mean, and wherever it's leading, I'm here for it. I have faith.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, they were like Fantastic Four. I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, I
whatever.
know the music's gonna be right because
Yeah.
it's what's his face? Michael. I think he has some long name. He's the
Oh, yeah.
composer of Up and
Oh yeah.
Lost.
I'm being there crying. I'm being
Yeah.
there crying.
He's
Yeah.
He's the man. I mean, Michael Giacchino.
Okay.
Yeah. Toy Stories, Wall-E, Up, Lost. I mean, you name something that has a good score, he's on it, and he's doing Fantastic Four. So, yeah, that music's gonna be good.
Well, I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it. For all of it.
Yeah. 2 weeks after Superman.
Hey, that's plenty. That's plenty. I think that's plenty. I think that benefits Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
What?
it does. It does. I don't know. Oh man, it's gonna hurt Superman a bit, and it's gonna also hurt Fantastic Four. Like they have the potential to both make $1 billion, but it's gonna take a minute to get there.
If they're to space
And
them
I think
out a little bit
Fantastic Four will do it over time. It's not gonna have some huge opening.
more. I don't know, man. I feel like it might start getting some heat here soon. I do.
Mm.
Millie Bobby Brown is supposedly been cast as Dorothy in the Wicked for Good. So
Oh, I did hear that.
yeah, and I was like, oh, okay, okay.
As long as she doesn't sing.
I
I don't want her as Dorothy. What? I mean, actually, no. I guess she looks like her.
Oh.
As long as she doesn't sing, though. But I don't know. I've never seen Wicked, so I don't know.
Oh no!
I honestly think
she
just has. I think she just has a cameo.
Oh, I hope because
pretty
yeah,
much.
she better.
I
she
don't
better
think
not
it's like
sing.
a full on like I'm Dorothy.
Yeah, that'd be bad if she sings.
Yeah,
That'd be bad. And
I literally think she just has like she shows her face. It's just to be like, oh, Dorothy. Like I think that's what it is in Wicked.
Oh, we shall see. And rumor has it that Javier Bardem has been.
I thought it was
It's big.
Bodem.
Bardem is being courted by Marvel to play Mr. Sinister. So, which would be pretty dope.
Oh yeah, he's super
He can be fucking
talented.
terrifying.
Yeah, that would be because he's Mr. Sinister's already a scary looking
Yeah,
design
and he can be sinister.
with
So,
Javier Bardem. Oh
uh,
man,
yeah,
if
yeah.
he puts an effort, not
Which I think he will.
like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
no, yeah,
But like I think he will too. Like he can be really good.
yeah, yeah. I think they would. Yeah. So
I'm
we'll
just
see.
interested. And I'm like, is that who's the villain is for X-Men? Like we have no clue on X-Men. So why are we getting
Well, there's a
villain
lot of
castings?
there's more rumor on the casting, but you know
Mhm.
it's skewing young.
Yeah, I
So
just saw another one like Margaret Qualley, who was in The Substance. Do you see that for Rogue?
mm-hmm.
I thought that
So
was interesting.
yeah, I
I
like
saw
her
the
for
one
Rogue.
guy from Iron Claw, and he was just in Baby Girl, the tall one, the blonde one.
To play who? Cyclops.
Mm-hmm. You see
And that
that?
makes sense because why?
I like. He's tall.
And he's slim.
Yeah.
And you know what Cyclops'
And he's a good
original
actor.
nickname? His original nickname was what?
Slim.
That's right. They always get that shit wrong. Yeah, seriously, his nickname
Yeah, they
was
do
Slim.
always
Like,
make him
yeah,
like Hulk, like both.
bulky, and he was tall and skinny, and they called him Slim. And then as he became a man, he filled out, but he was still slim. Like,
Yeah.
just character wise, that makes sense. Like, that's the type of shit that wins me over. We're like, oh, you actually paid attention.
Yeah, you're right.
You
And
know?
he's a talented actor.
And he's talented. He's talented.
And
so.
I think that would match well with what's her face, Sadie Sink, Jean Grey.
Yeah, yeah. The eternally young Sadie Sink, but yeah. That girl doesn't age. She's like 19 forever. But
like they might be able to make her look a little older and make
just
him look younger.
Make him look a little younger. Make her look.
They're
older.
gonna make him look younger.
Yeah, it'll work out. It'll all work out.
Yeah.
And I guess that's really all I think I have on the news front. I had a little informal survey. If you want to,
what?
It was a work survey. Somebody asked, name one food that white people cook better than black people. This is a break. And I just like fell out my chair. I just laughed. I was like, oh, wow. And we're all sitting there. You said, ooh, bread.
That's bread.
Bread.
Because they take the time to do it. It's like, that's all they got.
That's all they got is bread.
It's not even, it's like Ezekiel bread.
Sourdough.
Some like you never eat it.
Oh, gosh. So terrible. So terrible.
An actual dish? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, so I'm sitting there laughing, and Chuck is sitting there, you know. And he said, this is what Chuck looked like when I asked him. He went, and just stared. Just like stared like his brain was about to snap. Like he was like, and he's thinking. And then Theo, you know, my man with the dreads and everything. Theo goes, I guess he's like eating. Theo's the one that said, I'll talk to you when I walk to you. Mm-hmm. Like so Theo's like eating, and he goes, cabbage noodles, cabbage rolls. And I went, oh, you're right. I was like, you're so right.
Yeah,
and Chuck was like, damn. And,
but like, that's not that good of a dish. Who's okay?
No, go ahead.
Who is being like, man, I'm hungry. Can you get some cabbage and noodles? No.
If
I'm saying they're making that, I don't ever want.
You don't ever want it,
man.
But when you see it at the concession stand, you never get it. Oh
no. I never. I love mom's cooking. There's nothing like it.
Yes,
but
indeed.
I'm coming home. I see the crock pot, and I open that, and it's cabbage and noodles.
You're done.
I'm sad.
Oh, okay. Well, look. So
cabbage noodles.
Chuck goes. I go, damn, you're right. And Chuck goes, yeah, you're right, Theo, but I don't ever eat that shit. Theo said, I don't eat that shit either. I just know it's a thing. And I went and shut the fuck up. And then Chuck was like, truthfully, I ain't never been to a black person's house and the food wasn't bomb. And I was like, Chuck, shut up with your MAGA hat. Like, he's so ridiculous. I was like, this is so crazy. So it was just funny. So yeah, people, you know, you don't have to answer me, but if you come up with something, you let me know. You know, better have some Lowry seasoning salt on it.
Yeah, and I'm not people listening, do not say no Italian dish. That does not count.
Get them, bud.
You're
Get them. Yeah, they're like, oh, yeah.
For this one, you can't claim it.
Yeah, it's right.
Anywhere in the Mediterranean, no.
You're like, you don't get that.
Yeah, we're not for this.
Oh, so funny. So funny.
I know they be trying to hit say
Mm,
us with some
yeah. Yeah.
chicken parm, like all that.
Yeah.
Everything.
Nope. Yeah. Oh,
It's like
goodness. So,
not during Black History Month.
hey, right. This is meanwhile. This is after we had a conversation about the fact that
Oh God.
Egypt was in Africa and they didn't believe me. So I was like North
They
Africa, and they were
need a
like,
map.
she was Egyptian because it's a long story. But I said something about white people in the Bible, and they were like, Chuck said there was no black people either, and I said the Egyptians. I was like, they're fucking African, and he was like, nah, and I was like, oh my God. So this is
Lord.
this is how my break goes. I love my coworkers as much as I hate them. I love them. There's never a dull moment. But anyways, yeah. Moving on. I think that's all I have for news. All I have for my survey. Do you want to get into the Super Bowl?
Sure. I mean, I'm not a sports analyst. So I don't have much, but
I just
Super
know
Bowl
the
came and
team
went.
that we wanted to win
Won. I think America wanted to win.
I know.
It was a dominating victory.
I know. And it was dominant.
Yeah.
It was dominant. They were like, run it up, leave no doubt. Like make sure these refs ain't gonna take it from us. Yeah.
Yeah. At first, like, there's that one first penalty that was on the Eagles, and I was like, oh,
here we go.
But actually, it was not like that. So
yeah, it was a good game. Did you know what the most watched television event in American history is?
You told me, but let the people know. I didn't know this until you told me.
The most watched event in world history, television history, is the Apollo 11 lunar landing. That's the most watched event, with between 125 million to 150 million viewers, which is kind of bananas considering when that happened.
That's a very because we said not everyone had TVs either. All that stuff. That's a very wide range.
But yeah, I know, but they couldn't really track. They couldn't really track it.
They're like, Johnny, I think we have 150 million.
Yeah, 150 million sounds good. But the number 2 event in television history and the most watched Super Bowl halftime show in history was what? Kendrick Lamar. They not like us.
Yeah.
Hey, people.
I was very surprised when you told me that. I thought it'd be the opposite. I thought people would just be like, I'm not like watching this.
133 million people watched that shit.
Yeah.
I was on an airplane, flying back from Orlando. Thank you, Southwest, for your Wi-Fi. Thank you. I got to watch the whole game and the halftime show. I was so happy. And I remember the cat next to me, we were both watching the game. And when the halftime show came on, I was like, just looking at him to see if he was going to turn it off. I was like, what's he doing over there? And he watched the whole thing, Now, not everybody got it, but
a lot of people did not.
Yeah, but when you know. And we've talked about Kendrick being an artist, And so there was a lot going on there. And I was like, yeah, this is going to go over a lot of people's heads. But I thought it was amazing.
As soon as it started, as soon as it showed Samuel Jackson as Uncle Sam, I said, okay.
Yeah, he got away with
Kendrick Lamar is doing this.
Yes, he is.
I was impressed with how much he was allowed to say and do during that.
Yeah, they were probably like, go ahead. But
no, I'm surprised it's the NFL we're talking about.
I mean, I know, but hey.
Commission,
Hey, he got away with it. He did it. And I mean between Venus, Serena Williams, crip walking, and I just wonder if there was some censor what's that dance she's doing? You know what I mean? She was crip walking.
And I doubt they knew. Actually, because she did have the Olympics 10 years ago.
Yeah, they did not the Olympics. Was that the Olympics or Wimbledon?
I thought it was the 2012 Olympics
in London. You're right. You're right. Yeah, they weren't happy
because she won gold. Yeah.
But I loved it. I went to work and my man Dark Mean Luke was like, did you watch the halftime show? And I said, yeah. And he said, I didn't get it. And I said, it's okay, Luke. It's okay. He said, I'm just telling you. And I was like, it's okay, bro. It's okay. I said he was making a political statement. I was like, I get it. You can get it.
Mm-hmm.
But I honestly didn't have the energy to explain. So But yeah, I loved it. It's just amazing watching Kendrick. We've talked about it before. Every time I personally think that Kendrick is at the peak of his power and he can't take it any higher, he does. Like he literally does. So I don't even know what to say anymore. Like I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I'm like this guy, you know, like I don't know. Like I remember years ago when Damn came out and I thought that was the best album he'd ever put out, you know. And since then, I mean, I'm not saying it
Hot
wasn't the best.
take.
I'm not saying I thought it was going to be his peak. I thought that was his peak. You figure you had the Pulitzer Prize, the tour that was bananas. I'm like, yeah, he's never going to get this big again. And then
Now he's the biggest he's ever been.
he's the biggest he's ever been, and he
Yeah.
literally like did something to Drake's career that I don't think Drake's career is dead, but I just think Drake is going to be just like
It's not the same as it was.
yeah, it's
It
never
won't
going to
ever
be, and he won't ever be considered like he had been being considered. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
artists would kill to have him featured.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
now it's like
Yeah, now you don't
yeah,
need him
yeah,
to be
yeah,
featured.
yeah. It might hurt me if I
Yeah.
feature him. Like, yeah. So, yeah. And to this day, I'm telling you, you can say whatever you want. I think somebody called J. Cole when that beef first started and said, "Back up. This is not what you think it is."
Yeah, definitely it was
so-
someone from his team.
Somebody
'cause
had
it wasn't
to.
just it wasn't that he was making
Yeah.
a statement. It wasn't just some
Just
fun
yeah,
little
just
beef.
some beef. I was because what it became. I was like, jeez. But yeah. So
Yeah, it was a
that happened.
powerful Super Bowl show.
Mm-hmm. True
Number
indeed.
the second most watched thing is Michael Jackson's Super Bowl performance.
That's bananas.
When he like stood there for 5 minutes because the crowd was cheering so crazy. Yeah, I mean I wasn't alive, but I'm like, man, pre-internet too.
Yeah, that was the birth of the modern Super Bowl halftime show. The real, because they used to just do dumb shit like people flying on rock.
Yeah.
And there's a whole story around
Like rock
why
stars and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they had Michael Jackson do it that year because
Gotcha.
yeah, there's a whole.
Was the first year Pepsi did it or?
Well, what had happened was the Super Bowl halftime show was a joke. People would turn off and do other shit, or just like go and eat sandwiches and go to the bathroom. And then Living Color, sketch comedy show on Fox, purposely did a halftime show episode. Like when it hits halftime, turn to Fox. You know what I mean? And they did a half an hour show.
Yeah.
And it had bananas ratings because everybody literally did that. They were like, okay, click to this guy, like, ride around a motorcycle inside of a dome, and we're going to watch this show. And they had bananas ratings, and the Super Bowl people were like, maybe we should actually try to entertain these people so they'll stay tuned and we'll keep making money.
Yeah.
And the next year they got Michael Jackson. And the rest is history. Nobody turns off the halftime show now. So there's that. So yeah,
interesting. Well,
there's like a video
he's
about
the one to do it.
Hey,
Probably gonna be in the Michael movie.
Motherfucker was like, boom. Just posted up. And everyone was like,
with the gold jacket.
Mike was bad. Hey, in my little mini reunion last night, I asked him, "What's your favorite Michael Jackson song?" I had to. We were talking about.
What did they say? What was the common consensus?
Man in the Mirror got the most votes. Yeah,
on their feels.
Yeah, but
that's why they're drunk.
Wanna Be Starting Something got some votes.
Wow.
There was almost a PYT vote, but they backpedaled. But
yeah, you can't be saying that now.
Yeah. Billie Jean was in there. Mine is a Rock With You. Yeah. And they said, really? And I said, yes. That song is about a guy meeting a girl, hollering at her, and then taking her home. I was like, that song is fucking amazing. When you dance, there's a magic that must be love. I don't know what that means, but it's just game. I'm sorry.
Other news. Real quick, the show's Invincible superhero show on Amazon. Season 3 just started.
Yes, indeed.
They dropped like the first 3 episodes, I believe. And I watched the first one. It's good. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna catch up. But yeah, I'm excited it's back. It got my attention. Animation's still rough, but it is what it is. I just accepted it.
I love you, bud. I do.
It's rough. I mean,
No, it is.
yeah. Did you watch any of it?
Yeah, I watched the first two.
Oh, you
and,
did?
And halfway through the first one, I thought, this animation's still rough.
Yes.
Like, I literally was like you guys
season
still
one
just...
had some good moments.
Yeah.
But, man, I'm like, I really don't understand, because it's a hit show and it's Amazon.
I mean, but it's to the point where I'm like,
more money.
I'm like, you don't even have like the background people moving.
Yeah,
just standing
it's
there. Like,
just
I'm like,
JPEGs.
I'm like, this is so crazy.
JPEGs.
Yeah. So they must. I'm assuming they're saving for something big, for everything to be
season
so.
Two
Like,
didn't have any of it.
That's true.
Like, I can't recall a battle.
A big,
yeah. This was what it was worth.
Yeah, because man, but it's story wise, it's still good animation.
It's the story and voice acting. Carries that show.
Yeah. What's his name? Sean Yen or Steven Yen?
Steven Yen.
He's so good,
Steven
man.
Yen. Yeah. So good. Yeah, he's good. He's really talented.
Yeah, like that show's so good. With, like you say, with the voice actors, that as I watch it, I look up to see who the actors are, because they're doing a good job. I was like, man, this guy's killing it right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it was cool. I'm glad it's back.
Yeah,
My mother and I are still watching Severance, and Severance 2, season 2. It's good. It's a mind fuck. Love it. Yeah, just watch it.
I gotta watch it.
Yeah, your brain will be like, what the fuck? But
I gotta watch it.
Yeah.
You went to MegaCon.
Yes, I did. MegaCon. Now, I don't know where MegaCon stands, in regards to like Comic-Con, pulp culture conventions, like in regards to like the biggest to the smallest.
Yeah, like WonderCon, San Diego.
So I would say, in my opinion, it's not San Diego, like, because that's one of the top two. But it's definitely not like, it's definitely bigger than like Steel City. Mm-hmm. But I will say, after seeing MegaCon, Steel City has the potential to be that. To be mega.
If they move
and just commit to it. Like, let's go. Yeah. Let's do this.
Once a year.
Yeah. Let's be this. Yeah. Because I was very happy with MegaCon. And I don't say this in a bad way. I'm glad I went to MegaCon. Mm-hmm. I would not intentionally just make a trip just to go to MegaCon again. But if I had other things going on and I was there and I knew MegaCon was coming, I'd make a point to go. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, if I'm in Florida visiting family, and it's around that time, I'd go. But I'm not gonna do all the process to just go to MegaCon, because it's a lot. You gotta get a room, you gotta fly, you gotta do all this stuff. Mm-hmm. But it was good. It was good. I went with your Uncle Chet and your Uncle Doug. It was a good time. Actually, one day, I could have used a little bit more time to see everything I wanted to see.
Yeah.
So it could probably be, their prices are right. So it could probably be a 2-day event. Like, if I rolled with you and we were going to do some panels and stuff like that in shop, we could probably get the full 2 days out of it and not feel like we wasted time, But I had a nice haul. I mean, if you want me to talk about my haul?
Go ahead. Yeah.
I grabbed some. Well, as you people know, I'm a comic book collector, and I've turned into kind of like a key collector. I don't really buy a lot of books on a monthly basis now. I'm just out there finding keys to my collection that have financial value and sentimental value. And I'll just rattle them off real quick. I got an issue of Marvel Comics Presents from the Weapon X saga that I was missing. Got the first appearance of Archangel. I got some older X-Men books that I've been missing, which now takes me down to, I need 23 issues.
Wow.
To complete my Chris Claremont run.
Wow.
So like I'm like there. I'm there.
You have a lot. I mean, yeah.
Of his run, yeah. So it's just, I'm like, wow. I'm like, I don't know how that happened, but I'm like, I'm in like striking distance now. I got the first issue of the Punisher limited series. I got the X-Men issue with the first appearance of Jubilee, which I already had.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which X-Men issue was it?
244, and I already had it, but they had it for a good deal, so I bought it. I bought Marvel Superhero Secret War number 10. my all-time favorite cover of Doctor Doom. He's just in beast mode.
Is that when he's holding the cue? Or is that when he's like
No,
coming out and he's on like tore
he's
up?
all tore up and he's like looking like
Yeah.
he's fighting. I love that. I
Oh,
love
you
that.
got that?
Yeah, I love that cover, man. Doom's just.
That was a good cover.
It says against the Beyonder to the death. Like
Yeah.
it's just fucking Doom, man. Being Doom. I got a couple other issues of Secret Wars that I was missing. So now the only issue I need is what? Issue number 8, the first appearance of the symbiote suit.
Oh.
Yeah, which
How
I
much
could
is that?
they had one for $150, but I was so in my bag with some of these books that I was like, I need to slow down because that's a whole other part of the story.
Mm-hmm.
I got a issue of G.I. Joe, believe it or not. There's only 2 issues of G.I. Joes that I actually wanted, and I got one
Snake
of them.
Eyes or something?
Yeah, it was the first time Snake Eyes shows his face. So,
ooh. What's he look like?
He's all scarred. He's scarred really bad. Yeah, yeah. I got
Even
the first right.
Mm-hmm.
I got the first issue of Longshot, which I've needed. I got
Is that a DC guy?
Longshot. No, he was one of my favorite X-Men characters from the 80s. He's kind of like faded in obscurity now, but he was cool shit. He had a mullet. He had 3 fingers. He was a stunt man. I got the first issue of G.I. Joe, which is actually, I guess there were 3 issues of G.I. Joe I wanted. But yeah, I got the first issue of G.I. Joe. Yeah, for a steal. I was so happy. I got 2, 3, and 4 of the Dark Knight Returns. And for those of you who know, you know, like if you're a collector, you have to have these books in your collection. I had them at one point and I sold them. I had half of them back again, sold them again, but now that completes the run for me. So I'm so happy.
How many issues are there of that?
4.
Oh, there's only 4?
Yeah.
Man.
What's crazy about those books?
4. I feel like it's a thick volume.
Yeah. They're prestige format is what I think they were called back then. And the main book I was listening. Oh no, that's not the main book. And I got the main book I was looking for was DC Comics Presents number 27, the first appearance of Mongol, which listen, people, you heard it here first.
Speculation.
I never spec, but this time I am speculating that Mongol is going to be the bad guy in the new Superman movie. I just have a fucking feeling. And I just like, you know what? I'm just going to buy his first appearance. And you know what's crazy? I'll tell this story and I'll get off of comic books. So I'm walking around all these different vendors. I'm buying books. And every time I ask them, I say, hey, do you have any DC Comics Presents? These books came out in like the 80s, you know? Oh, I might have a couple. Oh, no, I don't. Oh, they're over here. Look. Can't find issue 27. Can't find issue 27. So finally I get to this one vendor. I'm like, do you have any DC Comics Presents? He goes, yeah, bud. They're right there. So I go right there. I'm going through them. I don't see any. And then I go, bro, these are all Fs, like the F section. And he goes, oh, well, they're right over there. And I go, man, this is what I do. But I go, man, you don't understand. I've been looking for DC Comics Presents number 27 since I got here. And as I'm saying that, I reach in and I pull out a comic and it's DC Comics Presents number 27. And I went, oh my God. I was like, this is the book. I said, bro, did you see that? I said, you see what just happened? I said, I just reached in and pulled it out. I was like, and this is the book. And he's like, he goes, yeah, bro, I saw it. And I go, it's like, and the guy goes, it's like, he said, it's like your book of destiny. And I go, yeah, it was. And I go, $30. I'm like, all right, I want it. He goes, and he goes, well, since it's your book of destiny, how about $20? And I go,
that's very kind.
Thank you, my man. And I look over because it was, you know, how the books fall, the books open like that in the box. I go, oh shit, there's another one. So your Uncle Chet grabs it, and he goes, hey, since he's my brother and it's his book of destiny, you think I can get mine for $20 too?
Ridiculous.
The guy's like, sure. And I was like, oh my God, bro.
Ridiculous.
So he got one too. But it was just a cool moment. It was a cool moment. So
That's
your uncle grabbed some good books. Like he grabbed a couple issues of Dark Knight. He grabbed a dope printing of like all the Jokers, like for his wall. Because he kept saying like, man, if I had a man cave. And I was like, bro, just start a man cave. Like start right now. Like get something to start it. So he got that poster. It was pretty dope. But it was a good experience. Like I said, I would go back if it was involved encompassed other things.
Yeah.
But if you haven't gone, I do recommend going at least once. Like I said, it's not San Diego, but it's probably 3 times the size of Steel City Con. So
And probably better vendors and stuff.
Yeah, I mean
they have actual panels with celebrities and stuff.
And their celebrity signing area was really big. All the Supermans came except they had all the Supermans there signing except Cavill and the new one. So
Corn Sweat.
What's his name, man?
I thought it was. Isn't it Corn Sweat?
Okay.
David Corn Sweat. Yeah. Corn Sweat. Corn Sweat. Yeah.
Oh, and I also got your boy first appearance, Hellboy.
Oh.
Yeah.
You sent me that. That was cool.
Yeah, I was looking in the long boxes, bud. Just I was looking for X-Men and meandered over and was just looking, and I saw it because Hellboy didn't appear. His first appearance wasn't in Hellboy; it was in Next Men. Yeah. So I see it, and I literally was just like, "Huh, there's Hellboy," and I walked away, and I took 10 steps, and I went, "Wait a second." So I went back. It was like,
"That's your number one."
I was like, "This is Hellboy's first appearance." I was like,
"Oh, it's his first appearance."
His first appearance. That's what I'm saying. He didn't. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't his first issue because he didn't appear in Hellboy. He first appeared in it. So I was like, "Oh, I'm buying this." So I bought it. So
that's cool.
I noticed.
Now here's a question for you. You bought the first appearance of Mongol. You think he's gonna be the villain in Superman movie coming up?
Yeah.
Will you sell it if he is?
Look, why you gotta act like your mom? Why are you talking like your mom?
Because I'm just saying you bought it because you're like, I'm not speculating. I don't speculate, but I'm speculating. But I know you don't sell stuff like that.
Maybe I'm looking for your legacy. It's maybe for your legacy. No, actually, this one, believe it or not, this will be the first book where I attempt to let my hobby finance my hobby.
Okay.
So, especially since I know your uncle bought the second one. If it starts to spike.
What spike? Don't sell it too soon. No, it gets $60. You're like, okay.
I mean, if it looks like he's going to be the Thanos of the DCU.
No, they're doing Darkseid. Not right now, but they're doing Darkseid.
They are. You're right, but I feel like that's a ways off.
Yeah,
and we could and Mongol is going to. I'm telling you, they're going to parlay Mongol into the Green Lantern show. It's going to happen. Mm-hmm. So either way, money. Because he's either going to pop up in Green Lantern or he's going to pop up in the Superman. But I'm really feeling like it's going to be in Superman. Rewatch the trailer, people. When he's fighting that guy, and that guy's in that purple suit.
Ultraman.
Man, why would they go with Ultraman? Why would they do that?
I really think. I think what's his face. James Gunn. He does different stuff, so it would be someone like Mongol.
Even though you did hear that the engineer's in it, did you tell me that?
No, I did not.
So the engineer from The Authority is in the movie, in the credits, listed as the engineer. Which I watched the trailer and I think I said something to you. I saw that guy behind Lex and I was like, that looks like the Midnighter. But then I was like, why the fuck would the Midnighter be in there? So again, if it ends up being a Midnighter, any engineer, depending on what they do in a book, there's a chance their stuff might get a little heat. I don't think crazy heat, just a little heat.
Okay.
But so people, that was my MegaCon haul. Thank you for listening while I geeked out.
Tune in to July when you do the same for San Diego.
Yes. So I'm pretty much not going to buy anything until then. So
yeah. Well, staying in line with comic talk. We had Captain America come out. Captain America Brave New World. The 4th Captain America movie. The last Captain America movie was in 2016 with Civil War. So it's been a minute. It's the first movie to star Sam Wilson, previously known as Falcon, as Captain America. And it just came out February 14th. You saw it. I saw it. Let's talk about it.
Go ahead.
You
Go
want to
ahead.
give your score first out of 5? Yeah.
Look, bud, I had a long weekend, man. And I don't know if I have the energy for you right now. I saw
I
it.
saw your score.
I gave it 3.5
I
stars.
saw that.
I was going to give it 3, but it's Black History Month, so I gave it 3.5.
Part of the reason I'm so upset is because it is that time of the month, and I'm like, they gave us this.
They gave us this.
Take me back to the time of Black Panther.
I know,
Never
bud.
felt
I
more
know.
proud.
Oh.
And I'm hearing all the stars
Oh, I
at the
know.
credits. They give me this. Captain America Brave New World. Oh, this movie was a mess.
Well, it was
2
a
out of
mess.
5.
You gave it 2?
Yes.
You gave it 2.
2 out of 5. I was so disappointed.
Gosh.
I was so disappointed.
Oh my gosh. Seriously.
Yes. I was weary too. The trailers, I was excited. I was like, really good spy movie, good spy thriller. And then some guys I follow went to the premiere. And I didn't listen to the reviews in full. I just saw their initial reactions, and they like thanked the crew, the cast.
I
and
heard
crew.
when they thank the crew and everything, it's always a sign.
Yeah, and I was like, oh no. And then I was like, okay, these guys are hyped too. And then like I looked at, I don't care about Rotten Tomatoes. It's really all subjective, but I just saw the scores. I was like, no way, it's that bad. How is it that bad? It's gone up. The audience score has definitely gone up.
It's gone
But
up.
I saw it for myself, and I'm like, man, this movie's messy. I could tell the reshoots. I could tell they had to cut some stuff, and it was just poorly edited. The written, how it was written was just sloppy. Performances helped. There's some strong performances, some cool action scenes. I'll give them that. But man, by the end of the day, I can't believe this was the movie that was supposed to be Sam Wilson's like homecoming to become Captain America, like to convince us he is the man. Weak movie, weaker story, bad delivery.
Jeez. I can't argue with any of that, but can I just give a more hopeful take?
Okay.
I guess. I feel like it was messy because when I was watching it, I could see the movie they wanted it to be, and then they backpedaled and to make it to something else. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like
Really, I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I
could
could
not
see.
tell what.
I feel like they were
core was.
trying to like simple things like when he was in Isaiah Bradley's house and they were having their first conversation and there was like a poster of Jack Johnson on the wall and I'm like, oh, this is about to be the blackest movie since Black Panther. I was like, this is what they're trying to do, and then I felt like that's the shit we lost in like the reshoots and the editing. I do, bud.
How?
I do.
That was the only thing they showed us. What was another?
I feel like
they had in that movie.
I feel like another. Wait, what did you say?
Another black. You said it's going to be the blackest movie since Black
That's
Panther.
what I was thinking it was going to be, and I said I feel like we lost. That's what we lost on the editing, and I feel like they skewed away from that when they did reshoots and everything.
I don't think it was the reshoots that they needed. I don't think they ever had it.
Yeah,
there's not another scene that showed like.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that I feel like that was a movie they wanted to make, and then they didn't make it, or they made it, and then they were like, we can't do this, or they didn't commit to it completely. But that was what it was originally supposed to be, was more Brave New World type shit, and it became more just like, I don't know, like
Incredible Hulk 2.
Old school. It was like old school Marvel is what it felt like. I liked it, but it felt like old Marvel. It felt like, does that make sense? Like how like Marvel paint by numbers Marvel. Like I remember watching it and thinking, man, without the stuff, he really is just a guy fighting. Like, and I was like, and that's hard to translate into like Captain America, you know.
It is, but that could have been the selling point. He is just a man. He's not Steve Rogers. Commit to him being just a man and having to become this symbol.
Well, you saw at the end when his homie said, you know, like Steve gave some people to hope for, and you gave them something to aspire to. And so I was like, that I feel like that was a big part of what it was supposed to be, but they just didn't get those messages across as a whole. You know,
They
like
didn't. Even though Steve Rogers did that,
what's that?
as something that people aspired to. He was a scrawny little kid and then became Captain America.
Yeah, but people don't know that about Steve. They just know him as Captain America. You know, like
They know he took the super soldier serum.
in the MCU.
They know he took the super soldier serum.
Yeah, but I feel like people's only encounter with Steve Rogers is as Captain America in the MCU, whereas like Sam Wilson was a soldier, Falcon, and now he's Captain America. So it reads different, I think, for people. You know, like the people who were fighting him were always like, "Oh, the other Captain America, I'd rather kill the other one, but I'm gonna kill you." You know, because it wasn't the same to them. You know, but that's just my thoughts. I thought it could have been more. I don't want to say more coherent, but just
it could have been.
It could have been, but I feel like there's a better way to say it.
No, it wasn't incoherent. There was just heavy. There
were heavy-handed parts.
It was exposition heavy and poor exposition. They're just like people telling you. There's a lot of there's a lot of tell.
I know.
Like instead of showing. Like the first line of the movie said by a character is Harrison Ford, and he says, "Did Betty call my daughter?"
Yeah.
And that's not even a bad one, but like that's just giving you an example of like the type of exposition they did throughout.
Yeah.
Like in case you forgot.
Yeah, he has a daughter named Betty. I was happy to see
that. Yeah, it was cool seeing her. Spoiler at the end, but this was an Incredible Hulk sequel, and
you think so?
It was. I mean, Thunderbolt Ross was the villain, leader. You know.
Yeah.
Red Hulk. Like, there's so many strings that came from Incredible Hulk, and it would have been more impactful if it was a Hulk movie. Like, Sam Wilson has no connection to these people besides the Sokovia Accords, but he was just in an ensemble of that. It wasn't a personal vendetta.
Well, it was as Captain America in his role with the U.S. government, where Steve was like, they couldn't wrangle Steve. They were hoping to wrangle Sam. You know, that was the whole point of his connection with Ross. Ross was not president, and he wanted to reform the Avengers, and Sam is Captain America. You know, because remember in the miniseries, that was the whole thing. He gave up the shield, and he had to kind of go get it back.
Yes.
Because so I get what you're saying about the Hulk, but I feel like him being Captain America was his connection to Thunderbolt Ross, the Sokovia Accords, which I totally forgot about. Like, I forgot about that.
That was Civil War. That was the whole premise of Civil War.
When they said that, I was like, oh, yeah, the Sokovia Accords. I was like, those were a big deal. But what do you think of Harrison Ford?
He was Harrison Ford.
I never know if he's actually good.
Yeah, I never, he was trying. He wasn't just he wasn't Han Solo and Return of the Jedi. If that's you know, he wasn't just there for a paycheck. I feel like he was trying.
When he first turned back into a dickhead, I was like, man, that was abrupt. Like, I think I almost got shot. I'm like, but you went from
yes
to fuck you, get out, deal's off the table.
Mm-hmm.
I was
that was very abrupt, and there's a lot of moments like that.
I was like, what?
Abrupt, I don't feel like they let us breathe. It was a lot of this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens.
Yeah, so
it's a lot of pacing issues with that.
I gave it a 0.5 star out of love.
I couldn't. It was a mess to me. I literally just. As soon as honestly, I was like, oh, I don't know about this. When he landed, when in the beginning scene, and Sonic booms down and he lands, and the guys
says wait for
around him. He's like, wait for it. I'm like, I don't know. I was just weary, and then it just progressed. And by the end of the movie, I don't know if it got better. I was just used to it. By what the movie was.
I don't know. I think, like I said, I enjoyed it. Your mom did fall asleep, but that's your mom. But
it was only 2 hours too.
Yeah, it was.
And it felt
your mom fell asleep. Your mom fell asleep because we got to the theater at 6:00 and it started at 7, which really didn't start till 7:20. Mm-hmm. So by the time we got in the theater, your mom was tired. But anyways, Giancarlo was actually a different character than he's been in the last 5 things I've seen him in.
He used a different still playing the.
He used a different accent.
Menacing.
Did you hear his accent?
Killer.
He had an actual different accent.
I don't know what the accent. What was that accent?
It wasn't the thing he always does.
I could not tell what it was.
Yeah, it wasn't his Giancarlo voice. It was a little rougher, and it wasn't. I don't know. I was like, oh, he's doing something with his voice this time. Yeah. You know, I would never be afraid to fight him, though. But
No.
but he was trying to do some things, and he's trying to get back for the sequel. So
Yeah.
I don't
Apparently,
know.
his character was added from reshoots.
Oh,
I don't
really?
know how true that is. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they've been talking about Giancarlo since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Because they kept saying, oh, he's GW Bridge. He's GW Bridge. He's a SHIELD agent going rogue. That's what they were saying months ago. And then he was Sidewinder, and I was like, ha! I was like, that's the opposite of GW Bridge. It's like, that's funny. Like, I was like, this, because they were saying how the Super Serpent Society were the bad guys, and I was actually thinking, how are they going to pull that off?
Yeah,
But
they
just
were
kept
not.
calling
They
them-
were like, they were just pushed to the
Yeah.
side.
Yeah, they were calling him Serpent, which I was like, thank God they just called him Serpent, because that's one of those names.
Serpent Society.
That it only
That's
works
one of those
in comics.
Yeah, cheesy. With here's another problem with it. I think the marketing just hurt this movie so much because it was already fighting an uphill battle. Like, it's Sam Wilson as Captain America. Who wants to see, like, how are we going to get people to see this?
Yeah.
So they gave us Red Hulk in the trailer.
Yeah.
They kept showing us more and more Red Hulk. I'm seeing posters and billboards, and they all have Red Hulk in it.
And you don't get Red Hulk for the last 15
And
minutes.
you don't, yes. But the movie, it's not just that. The movie plays on what's up with President Ross.
Yeah.
What's going on with them. And I actually like how they foreshadow
So they
him being
shouldn't
Red
have showed
Hulk.
us.
But I'm like, it was supposed to be a mystery, and we all know
Yeah,
the
he's gonna turn
mystery.
into the Hulk, yeah.
And so you're just waiting for that. And it's not till the last 10 minutes. So it just ruins any steam in any... Like, imagine if we didn't know.
You're right. No, you're right.
That would have been huge. It would have drawn... It may have not had a big opening, but it would have drawn people in.
It's Darth Maul's double lightsaber, bro.
Yes, it would have been that. Like, just to see Red Hulk. And not just Red Hulk, but just a Savage Hulk again.
Yeah, Savage Hulk.
People would have been going just to see that.
Oh my God, yeah. And then he didn't die at the end.
So we're going to get more of it.
Yeah,
So thank God he didn't die. I was nervous they're going to kill him because, Harrison Ford's old too.
Yeah, he's old. Yeah.
I didn't know if he was going to come back, but...
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, you're right.
That was the issue. I'm like, why did they market it like that?
Yeah.
Because I remember it wasn't in the first trailer, but then it leaked. It was like Red Hulk. And then they just... Every trailer since, it was more and more and more.
Yeah.
So then when... In the movie, I had like Captain America and Falcon trying to stop the... What's it called? Of the war to get the adamantium.
Oh, Celestial Island.
Yeah, I was like, this feels like the climax. But I know it's not because Red Hulk's showing up.
We haven't seen Red Hulk
at the White House. I know he's at the White House too.
Yeah, like we know he's at the White House. I remember being like, he ain't gonna change on that boat.
Yeah, like you owned your own movie.
Yeah, that's funny. You're right. No, you're right.
Yeah, but I did like the leader.
Yeah, he did a good job. I mean, he came back. How many years has it been?
18.
Wow.
Or not, 17? It came out in 2008.
It was an Incredible Hulk, yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like them bringing up information from that movie that seems to be forgotten.
Yeah. And it's not bad.
It's not bad. But just how, I don't know. This movie just... Yeah, I could tell it had a lot of fixing in post.
Yeah. Fixing?
Yeah, quote unquote fixing.
Well, I'll stand by my 3 stars plus an asterisk.
And I respect that.
So,
I can see why people
I get
enjoy it.
Yeah.
I was just very excited for this and the potential of what it could have been. I was like, you can get... Like, the trailers made it look like a good spy thriller. Plus some Red Hulk action.
Yeah.
Like, give me some... I think my biggest problem is, like, so much of this is the issues of Winter Soldier. Like what Captain America had to face in this one.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, oh, my friend's getting framed for something I know he's not in control of. What's the mystery here?
Yeah, yeah. And what was up with his hair?
Isaiah's
hair. Your mom was like, "What's up with his hair?" I'm like, and I went, "Babe, I don't know. He's in jail." I
thought that too. I was like, he's been in jail for a day. How does his hair go?
Yeah, I'm like, maybe that was a reshoot. That might have been a reshoot because it was bad. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was so bad. But that's a big man though.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
I did not know Isaiah Bradley was that big. I've seen that guy in different stuff when he was younger. I never realized how big he was. I was like, he's huge.
Yeah, he is. He is.
And the girl who was played the head of security, she knows she was supposed to be Sabra.
Oh no, she is. People are not happy.
Oh really?
They said she's from
She's from Israel.
Yeah, they said she was Black Widow from Israel.
Yeah, she said
they just didn't say Captain.
Yeah, they said she was. They said she was in the Red Room, so she went through the Widow program. But but yeah, she was supposed to be Sabra, an Israeli mutant. But
people are not happy about that.
Why are they happy about that? It's with everything that's going on.
Yeah, Israel, all that stuff. I'm not gonna speak on it, but
yeah, okay.
Well,
I just thought she was a little bit too short.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be mean. I was like,
yeah, she was tiny.
Yeah, I feel like she has a condition.
Yeah, and she had like a little voice. Like her voice was real like when you hear like Olympic gymnasts talk. I'm like, why do you all sound like that? Like, I'd like to welcome you to my friend. Like, so.
Oh man, Dad.
yeah,
that was bad. Get this talking. Oh man.
I'm just saying, bud. I'm just saying. But anyways, so yeah, Brave New World, check it out.
Check it out. Still check it out.
Yeah. Support the cause.
Support the cause. It does set up some stuff for the future of the MCU.
True indeed.
It introduced adamantium.
It does. And also,
and you predicted that. Or I don't know if you read it, but I remember you telling me. You're like,
say I did.
I think
I'm gonna say I did.
Mine adamantium. I don't know if you watched the video, but you told me.
I didn't. That means I said it. If I said it if I said it to you like that, then that means I thought it. Because I'll tell you when I watch a video.
Another thing too, watching this movie, I was like, man, we talked about this, so I wasn't never surprised. I don't know if that ruined the movie for me. Like the adamantium thing, I was like, yep, knew that. But I didn't. I didn't know that for sure.
You were just like,
yeah. And then the leader, I was like, yep, knew that.
So
I wasn't surprised. I was just like, was this supposed to be surprising?
Like, oh, we're getting too good at this, bud.
Yeah.
But I will say my oh shit moment when they popped out the adamantium. I looked at your mom and said, "That's going to bring mutants." I said, "That's another inroad to mutants is the adamantium." And then when they said the ambassador, the prime minister of Japan's name, and I went, oh, and your mom went, what? And I said, I am pretty sure that is the guy that figures out how to bond adamantium to bone. I'm pretty sure that's him. That's Lady Deathstrike's father. I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
So I was like, I was like, oh shit, that I'm pretty sure. So
that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, I could be wrong, but because Japan, even if it's not him, the fact of the matter is Japan is where the process was created.
And Wolverine does that whole training there. Yeah.
Let me look. What was his name again?
That's cool. But, I mean, they also do. They also, what's it called? Said he wants to bring back the Avengers. So just gearing us up for next year with Avengers Doomsday. Right. So, and then the end credit scene.
Yeah, when he was talking about multiverse. So.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, what we knew, but I think it was like Fantastic Four.
That's 100%. What Fantastic Four is going to lead into. Is them coming to the MCU proper. And yeah. I just wish I could see an interaction between Reed Richards and Tony Stark.
I know.
Just so I could see Tony Stark.
We will see it. What do you mean?
So Reed
bringing him back.
Reed can just like humble the shit out of him, and I'll be like, "Thank you. I just need this. But anyways, lastly, in Anime Corner, while I was in Orlando, I tried to introduce your Uncle Chet to anime. And all I can say is you can't win them all. You can't win them all. I probably picked the wrong anime at the wrong time with the wrong guy. And he just looked at me like, nah, I ain't with this. So oh well. Yeah. Oh well. But it was funny. It was funny trying to get him to watch.
What you should do is just show him a cool fight scene.
Yeah.
And then be like, okay, now you gotta watch the
now you see. I might have to try it that way. But I did But we and him did watch Godzilla -1 while we were
Oh,
there.
I need to see that. Yeah.
It's not what I expected at all, and it was really good.
Yeah, it's like a sad story, right?
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is a
Yeah.
movie. I was like, oh, this is a
Yeah.
movie. This is a parable about the dangers of nuclear war.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I need to watch that. Actually.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. But other than that, bud, that's all I have.
That's all I have too.
Okay, well,
Yeah. If you're bored, go watch Captain America.
yeah, people,
It's
get
not that
after
bad.
it. Yeah, it's a good Sunday matinee, I think.
Mhm.
So, yeah. So until next time, he's Son,
And he's Pops.
and thank you for listening. Hell to Pit.
Did they do something?
No, but I just saw my peoples. So.
It's Son and Pops.